Alrighty, folks. I just wanted to chime in on something else that is making its way around the news right now. And it's this whole night of rage thing. And first off, I want to say that we are the ones that give this stuff power. It has no power without us. The same thing happened, and I want to remind folks the same thing happened, quite a bit, right around the 2016 election. There were tons of these flyers being posted, in different communities. People were photoshopping the flyer and adding the town they wanted to put in there, and they were calling it the purge, and had everybody up in a tizzy about what was all going to happen. And I said back then that it was a nothing burger, and we're the ones that's making anything of it. And it's the same true with this. Look, this is somebody that wants attention. It's not very hard to whip up a flyer in Photoshop or GIMP or whatever software you choose. And it's not very hard to print it out. It's not very hard to go find a telephone pole to put it on and take a picture of. But it doesn't mean that that information is necessarily being just widely distributed, right? And I know sometimes it may make it appear that it is. I know back in 2016, it was made to definitely appear that it was the, everywhere. But it really wasn't. And did anything come of that? No. Will anything come of this new Night of Rage? The Night of Rage flyers and that stuff, I doubt it. Now, when it comes to the Supreme Court decision on Roe versus Wade, and when they make that announcement, you better believe there's going to be issues. You better believe there's going to be issues. But it's not going to be full-on purge across the nation, okay? It's going to be your usual suspects, right? It's going to be your bigger cities. It's going to be, absolutely there is going to be problems. Absolutely. I also think that there's a likelihood that the problems could go a little bit further than what they have, than what's been the norm. I really do. I think that the violence will likely be a little more widespread. But I don't think that the average everyday Joe is going to need to be concerned. I will say, as I've always said, keep your head on a swivel, especially times like now. But even before all the events of the last 2-3 years, you should have always had your head on a swivel. I am always about situational awareness no matter what. But, right now, you definitely want to have an escalated situational awareness for sure. But don't let it scare you. Don't let it paralyze you in fear or anything like that. Somebody's out looking for attention, nothing more. And again, things will most likely happen once this decision comes down, but it's not going to be because of a night or whatever, night of whatever it is, chaos, whatever. It's just not. It's going to be because that's just the way it was going to be to begin with. Don't let this stuff, again, we are the ones that give it the power. And, here I am making a video on it, giving it even more power. And so what I'm trying to do is maybe try to pull away a little bit of that power that it has the ability to give. Because people, they respond to fear, without a doubt. And that's why you see most of the political realm right now trying to scare people into the vote, and I've come out about the prepper channels and how they're trying to scare people into a click or into buying a product. And yeah, I'm catching a lot of flack for that. It is what it is, right? I just know I'm over the target. Don't live in fear. Don't be naive, but don't live in fear. And this stuff like this, that's what its intent is. It's to scare people. It's to get people whipped up in a tizzy. It's to get people, So the more people that do talk about it, that do so in a calm, reasonable, adult approach, it's going to be taking away from what they intended for it to do. They intend it to cause worry. They intend it to cause concern. They intend it to get attention. So if we're going to give it attention, let's make sure it's not the attention they want. Shalom.